down into the reefs and tides. Come and sink beneath the waves, the wonders of this life. Open your eyes and see the world below the seas. It is the wonder of God's creation that makes us believe. What the dive.
Di ka pa rin ba makamove on sa mga naudlot mong travel goals because of the unexpected happenings this 2020? Brace yourself, buddies, and get ready dahil we will go on a virtual dive sa world's premier diving destination and UNESCO World Heritage Site, ang Tubbataha Reefs.
Tubbataha Reefs. Isa sa mga ipinagmamalaking diving destinations ng Pilipinas. Tanyak sa buong mundo. Isang marine sanctuary sa gitna ng karagatan ng Sulu.
Kilala ang Tubbataha Reefs Natural Park dahil sa yaman ng ilalim ng karagatan nito. Pero bago natin sisirin virtually ang underwater paradise ng lugar, mag-sightseeing muna tayo, buddies, and let's enjoy the beauty of Tubbataha from above. Sa ibabaw pa lang ay napawaw na tayo sa ganda ng Tubbataha. At mas naging enchanting pa ang destination na ito dahil sa mga nakita nating nesting seabirds. Well, let us appreciate seabirds more sa wonders of creation.
We have 6 seabird species that breed there, but we have already recorded over 100. Yung mga iba nadadaan lang, mga ganun. Pero yung nakatira doon talaga 6. We have 2 boobies, the brown and the red-footed booby. Meron tayong pangatlong booby na masked booby, which is the only pair that is known to be breeding in the Philippines. So inaalagaan natin yun ngayon. And then we have 2 kinds of terns, the great crested tern and the sooty tern. Meron pa tayong 2 nadis na isa nakatira sa trees, which is the black nadi, and the other one is the brown nadi. For the longest time kasi we had the 6 breeding species, and just recently, as late as October of last year, we observed that the masked boobies are beginning to lay eggs and, nagbe-breed na rin sila sa Tubbataha. So that's the happy news for us.
Well-adapted ang seabirds sa marine environment. Meron silang specialized waterproof feathers na tumutulong din sa kanila para lumutang sa dagat. Most of the seabirds are good swimmers. At alam niyo ba na ang seabirds ay may salt glands? Dahil dito, kaya nilang uminom ng tubig dagat nang hindi na-dehydrate dahil nailalabas nila ang excessive salt mula sa dagat. Mayroong 346 species ang seabirds. But according to studies, 28% nito ay globally threatened, 17% ay critically endangered, at nearly 50% ng seabird species ay nakararanas ng high population loss.
The one that we have that is most important is the black nadi. It's a subspecies of the black nadi, but it's only found in the Sulusi. Sa buong mundo, walang nadi na yan, nasa Sulusi lang. At sa buong Sulusi, wala na yung nadi na yan, nasa Bird Islet na lang siya, at saka sa South Islet, maliliit na islets sa gitna ng dagat, di ba? We are tasked with taking care of this species that's internationally protected. Pag nawala po, yun nakakahiya ang Pilipinas, di ba? Kasi technically, nangako tayo sa buong mundo, we're going to take care of this bird because it's only found here. And so we cannot fail. Alam mo, worldwide, yung commercial fishing is one of the major threats to seabirds. Ganyan din sa atin. Overfishing is also a threat because alam naman natin na yung seabirds can only feed on small fish, di ba? Pag nag-overfishing tayo, we fish even the smaller fish, so nawawalan din sila ng pagkain. And then another threat is invasive species. Alam mo, ganyan ang story ng seabird sa buong mundo. Sa Pilipinas, ganyan din. Yung malalayong islets and islands, doon sila tumitira. Those are oceanic islets. Usually, when people occupy those islets, may dala silang daga, may dala silang pusa, di ba? And so all the birds are affected. The ground-breeding species, kinakain yung eggs nila ng rats and cats. And yung tree breeding, umaakyat din yung cats sa trees eh. So, those are the major issues that seabirds face in the world. Sa Tubbataha, sa atin yung wala tayong cats and rats kasi talagang ingat na ingat tayo dyan. Pero problema natin yung impacts ng fishing, marine debris na dumadami ng dumadami, at minsan nakikita mo siguro sa ibang mga posts yung mga birds na nasasakal ng plastic cups, mga nasasakal ng mga, discarded plastic waste, ganyan. So marami kaming napapansin na ganyan. In 2016, the vegetation began to go down and finally na-disappear na ngayon. So nagka-problema tayo kasi yung tree breeding species, wala na siyang matirahan. We are responding to that in many different approaches.
See, I finally opened up my eyes.
Wala na yung trees. So nag-reforest kami, nag-nursery kami ng beach forestries para ilagay doon. Meanwhile, kailangan pa rin ng tirahan ng mga tree breeding species. So, gumawa kami ng mga, we call them bird apartments para kung saan sila pwedeng mag-breed. And so, we also provide nesting materials. Kulang na lang mangitlog kami para sa kanila. But we try to cover all the stops and provide the best that we can para ma-protect yung species.
We hope that when these trees are all grown, the population of our tree-nesting seabirds will regenerate.
The future is now.
For the last, 15 years, monitor namin yung population niya. It's important to know kasi seabirds are biological indicators of the health of the ocean. Yun ang function nila sa ecosystem. If our seabirds are gone, that means wala na siguro silang makain doon, so aalis sila.
Future is now.
For more amazing underwater videos, just subscribe to our official YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and comment down what you appreciate about the marine creatures and be updated with our latest videos by hitting the notification bell.
See you at the dive.
Tubbataha is every diver's dream destination. Kaya naman swerte tayo buddies dahil we will go virtual diving sa Tubbataha Reefs. And Miss Angelique Mama Ranger Songko herself will take us on an underwater tour.
Close your eyes with me. Start
Matatagpuan ang Tubbataha Reefs Natural Park sa gitna ng Sulu Sea, 150 kilometers away from Puerto Princesa, Palawan. Ito ay nasasakupan ng Cagayancillo Municipality. It also lies within the Coral Triangle. Binubuo ito ng mga islets na North Atoll, South Atoll at ang Jessie Beasley Reef.
White is my favorite color. Love is my favorite war. The ocean is my favorite lover. And the sun, my beloved cure. Embracing the plunge, chasing the sun. All my ideas of having fun.
Tubbataha is an atoll. It's an extinct volcano. Tapos lumubog yung landmass. Tapos may naiwan na lagoon sa gitna. So in the middle is a lagoon. And on the sides of that, yung coral reefs, all of them have perpendicular walls. So para siyang bangin. All around Tubbataha are walls. So wall diving yung usually na ginagawa doon.
Trivia muna tayo, buddies! Alam niyo ba na ang Tubbataha Reefs ay na-discover at pinangalanan ng isang European explorer na si Antonio Fabio y Quesada during his expedition in 1752. Nagmula ang pangalang Tubbataha sa Samal words na tuba at taha. It means a long reef exposed at low tide.
The diversity is very high. So ang daming klaseng uri ng corals. About 80% of all the coral genera in the world can be found in one small place, in that place. And yung fish diversity natin is also high. At saka yung biomass ng fish. So marami siyang isda.
Over 700 fish species including 23 species of sharks and rays ang naninirahan dito sa Tubbataha. Matatagpuan din dito ang 360 coral species. Ito ay 60% ng lahat ng coral species sa buong mundo. Ang Tubbataha Reefs Natural Park ay isa sa mga UNESCO World Heritage Sites ng Pilipinas. Ito ay may lawak na 97,030 hectares. At alam nyo ba na strictly no-take zone ang Tubbataha? Ito rin ang pinakamalaking marine protected area sa buong bansa.
O sabi sa batas, you cannot take anything. Not even sand, no dead shells, nothing. No fishing, di ba? Yung mga ganun. You know, mabuti naman at wala naman tayong problema na ipatupad yung policy na yan sa mga divers. Because most divers, parang when they see something so beautiful, I think even if you don't dive, if you see something so beautiful, you want to protect it. So, they support this policy. And so, happy naman kami dyan sa aspeto na yan.
Nothing can ever change the way I feel about you. I promise I will stay forever close to you.
So yung diver, why do you go diving? You want to see all these beautiful creatures, di ba? So yeah, it's a place to go. There are megafauna like whale sharks, mga malalaki natin tuna sometimes, and all that. I've worked there for 20 years. It's still my dream dive destination.
Funny how you can open up the gray sky with only one of your sweetest smile. We go together. It's all I know. Side by side is how we grow.
Hindi man nag-offer ng commercial diving ang Tubbataha Management Office, marami namang accredited dive operators ang pwede mong pagpilian. Just visit tubbatahareefs.org for the list of their accredited dive operators at para malaman mo rin ang park rules and regulations at ang best diving practices na pinatutupad sa lugar. At kapag nakapili ka na ng dive operator that suits your needs and budget, prepare yourself for a live-aboard diving escapade. From Manila, you can take a flight to Puerto Princesa. Ang dive operator mo na ang bahalang mag-transport sa'yo from airport going to pier. And from there, gagawin mo na lang is to enjoy the 10 to 15 hour trip from Puerto Princesa going to Tubbataha Reefs Natural Park and make your dream dive adventure come true.
We go together.
For more amazing underwater videos, just subscribe to our official YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and comment down what diving destinations you want to visit para na rin ma-shoutout namin kayo. And be updated with our latest videos by hitting the notification bell.
Up the dive.
Kung akala nyo ay tapos na ang ating virtual dive, gear up buddies dahil we will know more about Tubbataha. Here's the diver's eye view of Protected Area Superintendent of Tubbataha Reef, Miss Angelique Songko, aka Mama Ranger.
Ang unang dive ko sa Tubbataha was in 1981. I was an open water diver and it blew my mind, and it's hard to explain. Pag scuba diver ka, when something is so beautiful, you feel possessive, and the first thing that came to my mind was, we have to keep it like this. So your reaction to something so beautiful is you feel protective about it. Ang dami kong unforgettable experiences doon. But I would say, there was one dive, nung off-season yon, and then UNESCO sent representatives para mag-evaluate nung park. Nilapitan ako ng tiger shark, nang malapit na malapit. Ninervous ako. Sanay na sanay kasi ako doon, maraming sharks doon pero nung malapit na siya, saka ko na-recognize na tiger shark siya. So, that was really scary. Una kong ginawa, tinulak ko siya, kaming dalawa, pumunta kami malapit sa wall. Magkukunya rin sana kaming frogfish, or we were going to dissemble kasi parang hindi na kami makilala. Pero umalis din siya kaagad. It was just curious. Yung siguro a little about mga half a meter away from me. It felt like 1 foot away from me. Nag-swerve siya paalis, and then that's when I saw the tiger lines at the side of the body. So parang, ooh, grabing takot ko nun. So yan, I will not forget that. And then there was also one instance, we were snorkeling, and the black tip shark na medyo malaki, inikutan kami ng maraming beses. Tapos yung circles niya, paliit ng paliit, alam mo yun. So I think that's the fear of every diver, to be attacked by a shark. It's a close encounter. So masaya ako na na-survive ko yun. Pero ayoko na siyang maulit, di ba? Tama na yung isa. Alam mo, na-realize ko, this is their home. And Pag talagang nagalit sila sa'yo at there's nothing you can do. In the first place, hindi ka naman dapat nandoon. Nakikitingin ka lang, di ba? So naisip ko yun na, pag galit siya talaga, wala akong magagawa. That's going to be the end of me. I would have been a one-footed mama ranger. Yun ang naisip ko.
Alam niyo ba na bago naging Mama Ranger, si Miss Angelique ay naging staff sergeant muna siya ng Philippine Navy.
Yes, I finished AB English dito sa Holy Trinity University. And then I joined the Armed Forces of the Philippines when I was young. And then I became a scuba diving instructor. That's how I met Tubbataha. I worked there for about 10 years on dive boats. I was guiding divers. I was a dive master.
Dahil sa incomparable passion ni Mama Ranger sa Tubbataha, she received so many awards, tulad ng pagiging Biodiversity Awardee, and just recently, napabilang din siya sa 2020 Women Divers Hall of Fame. Bagay na bagay talaga sa kanya ang pangalang Mama Ranger.
I think the term Mama Ranger started from one of the rangers a long time ago. Siguro because when I go to Tubbataha, I nod them a lot. And para akong nanay nila. And actually, that's how I feel towards them. Kahit na old na sila, I feel like, I'm their mother. We usually have about 10 to 12. Pero kasi yung office namin, we have 4 rangers and they take turns being assigned there. Tapos yung Navy, yung Coast Guard, yung Pagayansilyo, they all send people to act as rangers there. So it's a composite team of 4 agencies that work together. 1988 yan dineclare na no-take zone. Tapos, 1993, dineclare siya na World Heritage Site. The Tubbataha Management Office was established only in 2001. So, di ba, ang haba nung taon na yun na wala talagang group na focused on taking care of Tubbataha lang. Ang tiningnan namin kagad yung enforcement. Dapat tigilin natin yung pagpasok. Every fisher that we caught, we had to send to jail just to give the message na seryoso yung ginagawa niyong kasalanan. We had to do our jobs, otherwise kawawa yung Tubbataha, di ba? Ngayon, pagkatapos nung marami naming pinakulong and all, wala na kaming maraming cases. So I think we sent the message na alam na ang buong Pilipinas, bawal dyan. At saka pag nahuli ka, ikukulong ka talaga. So, natapos din. But there's a study that says, kaya sila sumusunod kasi takot sila. Sumusunod sila kasi ikukulong sila and all that. The researcher did not find the reason to be kasi pangalagaan natin ang Tubbataha. It's a challenge for us how to move towards that direction na maramdaman ng mga tao na, alagaan naman natin siya. When you're hungry, you think of conservation the last. Marami naming nahuhuli yung mga binabayaran lang sila para pumunta doon, hindi man yung may-ari. Pag sila nakulong, wala yung may-ari. Yung mga ganun. One of the more serious threats is climate change. Ang dami nating coral bleaching na naganap this year. More than I've ever seen since I've been in Tubbataha. Yung mga storms, nagiging mas madalas, diba? Tsaka nagiging mas intense. And before, hindi dumadaan ng storms sa Sulusi. Ngayon, direct hit na kami. Very scary siya kasi it's full of uncertainty, diba? Alam mo yung pinakamalaking importansya ng Tubbataha, it supports the food security of our country. Yung mga eggs ng fish at saka ng corals nagmumula dyan ay nadadala sa nearshore areas at nag-enrich ng fisheries natin. Yun talaga yung value niya sa atin, and I'm proud to be able to have the chance to work towards ensuring na nandyan lang yung resource na yan. Maganda rin siya kasi pinapangalagaan natin siya. karamihan ng reef sa Philippines maganda nung araw, kamukha ng Tubbataha. Diba? So gusto nating ma-maintain siya because it's an example of a Philippine reef. And when tourists from all around the world come and say, ang ganda-ganda nitong lugar niyo, one of the best reefs I've dived, nakakatuwa, diba? You know that our lives are linked to these natural resources. Kaya lang tayo nandito kasi meron pang natural resources that keep us standing here and providing for our needs. Siguro malayo ka, you think hindi ka makakatulong sa Tubbataha, but you know, if you take care of the ocean next to you, you're already helping. Wala namang boundaries ang dagat eh. So we share the same ocean technically. So, you know, if you take care of your ocean, you're taking care of Tubbataha. Bago ka bumili ng kung ano-anong mga bagay, di ba? Kasi lahat yan nakabalot, lahat yan may kalat. Isipin muna natin saan pupunta itong kalat na to. Bago tayo magtapo ng bagay, isipin mo, can I not prepare this or do something about it? Kasi pag tinapon ko to 1,000 years itong nasa mundo, wala ka na dyan pa yung kalat. You know, one way of helping the ocean also is to lessen the garbage and the trash that you generate. And one last thing, learn more about the marine environment. Di ba sabi nila, pag naintindihan mo yung something, you grow to love it. If you don't understand something, hindi ka na-attach sa kanya. So, yeah, study more. Learn about your ocean. I'm Angelique Songgo, Protected Area Superintendent of the Tubbataha Reefs. I protect the ocean.
Tubbataha Reefs is indeed an underwater paradise. Nakatago man ang ganda ng Tubbataha sa ilalim ng dagat, hindi naman natin maitatago kung gaano ito kahalaga. Ang kailangan lang nating gawin ay buksan ang ating mga mata.
Open your eyes and see the world below the sea.
Dahil gaya nga ng sabi ni Mama Ranger, kapag nakita mo ang ganda at importansya ng isang bagay, tulad ng karagatan, mas mamahalin mo ito at pangangalagaan.
It's the wonder of God's creation that makes us believe. See you at the dive.
This is your diving buddy, The Dive.
See you at the dive.